The book Othniel, chapters 1 to 6, stories of Daniel and his friends in Babylon. Chapter 1, Daniel's training in Babylon. The book begins with the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar besieging Jerusalem and taking young Israelites, including Daniel and his friends, into captivity. Daniel and his companions refuse to eat the king's food and instead eat vegetables, demonstrating their commitment to God's dietary laws. They excel in their training and are found to be 10 times better than the other wise men. Chapter 2, Nebuchadnezzar's dream and its interpretation. Nebuchadnezzar has a troubling dream, and he demands his wise men to not only interpret the dream, but also tell him what the dream was. Daniel, by God's revelation, interprets the dream, revealing a vision of future kingdoms. Chapter 3, the fiery furnace. Nebuchadnezzar erects a golden image and commands everyone to worship it. Daniel's friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refuse to worship the idol, and are thrown into a fiery furnace, but miraculously survive. Chapter 4, Nebuchadnezzar's humiliation and restoration. Nebuchadnezzar has another dream about a great tree, and Daniel interprets it as a message of divine judgment. Nebuchadnezzar experiences a period of insanity, but is eventually restored to his senses, acknowledging the power of the God of Israel. Chapter 5, Belshazzar's feast and the writing on the wall. Belshazzar, Nebuchadnezzar's successor, holds a feast using the vessels taken from the Jerusalem temple. A mysterious hand appears and writes on the wall, and Daniel interprets the writing, predicting Belshazzar's downfall. Chapter 6, Daniel in the lion's den. Darius the Mede becomes the ruler, and jealous officials plot against Daniel. Daniel continues to pray to God despite a decree prohibiting it, and is thrown into a lion's den, but is miraculously spared. Chapters 7-12, Visionary and Prophetic sections. Chapter 7, Vision of the Four Beasts. Daniel sees a vision of 4 great beasts representing 4 successive kingdoms, followed by the establishment of God's eternal kingdom. Chapter 8, Vision of the Ram and the Goat. Daniel has a vision of a ram and a goat, symbolizing the kingdoms of Media, Persia, and Greece, respectively. Chapter 9, Daniel's prayer and the 70 weeks. Daniel prays for the restoration of Jerusalem and receives a vision of the 70 weeks, a prophecy concerning the coming of the Messiah. Chapters 10-12, Daniel's final vision. Daniel receives a series of visions that provide further details about future events, including the rise of powerful kings and the ultimate triumph of God's people. The book of Daniel is rich in symbolism and prophetic imagery, and interpretations may vary among different religious traditions. It is considered an important text in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and it has been the subject of extensive scholarly study. The apocalyptic visions in Daniel have parallels in other biblical books, especially in the New Testament, particularly the book of Revelation.